Hey guys, it's AtomicPinkJules here. I am aware that it's been a little over 2 years since I've uploaded anything to this channel. So this is really weird to be doing this again after a 2.5 year break. But this video is essentially an update on me, my life, and my channel, and why I haven't been as active as I would have liked. Firstly, I think I can speak for all of us when I say that the last 2 years have been a real challenge for everybody. And I think it's fair to say that the pandemic has definitely affected us in so many different ways possible. For me personally, a lot of motivation was lost. Not just for making videos, but other hobbies. I've done so many other hobbies in my life, I can't even begin to tell you. I can't even begin to keep count of all the other things I do besides this. And it's really sad to know that I almost gave up on this. I had a lot of free time because I put so many things on hold. You know, I had so much free time, I could have done some hauls and some gameplays here and there, and yet I just couldn't bring myself to do it. So what started out as a break eventually turned into giving up and quitting. And when I look back on it all, I think what stopped me, maybe if COVID hadn't struck, I could have done more than I would have liked. And maybe some of you out there can relate to my situation, whether you make YouTube videos, whether you make music, or whatever it is you do. This new virus strain has had an impact on everybody's lives. It was a real life changer. A lot of events were cancelled. The Echo was cancelled for obvious reasons. They planned to go ahead last year in 2021, but there was a Delta outbreak and they had to cancel at the last minute, which was disappointing because I was looking forward to doing another show bag haul and possibly a vlog. So yeah, that was unfortunate. It might not be the strongest of excuses, but that's essentially why I haven't been as active as I would have liked. And I guess as part of that motivation loss, because I hadn't done this for so long, I started to shy away from being on camera. And I have been meaning to make this update video for so long, and every time I just kept putting it off for another time. And I was so intimidated about the idea of filming myself again. I almost had to rebuild that courage to see myself on camera again, because I don't know if you guys can tell right now, but I've got the screen flipped over so that I can see myself on camera. But the whole idea of it just seemed almost new for me again. So having to rebuild that courage and that confidence took longer than expected as well. And the years go by a lot quicker than I expected, I find. The years go by very, very quickly. And I told myself last year at the start of 2021, I am getting back into things. I promised myself that I start doing what I enjoy again. But coronavirus aside for a minute, I will openly admit that despite the promise I made for myself, I've had to face some very personal challenges in my life. I'll try not to dwell on them too much because I don't want this to be too sad of a video. But 2021 was a year of ups and downs, and some of those low lights took a while to get past and ended up lasting longer than I would have liked as well. Both my grandparents passed away, and that was a huge loss for me and for my family. To this day, I still don't want to believe it. Things have been getting better as the day goes by, and I'm pleased to say that I am coping. I am actually doing better than I was a few months ago. So that is a nice feeling. But on the more positive side, I actually managed to find myself a job, so I have been trying to keep myself busy. So I guess priorities did change a bit in regards to what can I do with my life now that things are getting back to normal. So I have been using the last year as trying to manage my work life and my personal life, so my hobbies versus my work, because I'm trying not to overwork myself. And I would like to remind everybody too that this channel is still a huge work in progress. I only started making videos in late 2017, and altogether I've only been able to make 15 videos in those last few years. I know it's not much, but all I can say to that really is I'm still learning myself. I'm just a casual YouTuber. I'm not a professional. I'm not at that stage where I can make new videos every week. That in itself is a lot of work and it's overwhelming. And I did mention before that I have been doing my absolute best to manage my work life and my personal life. At the same time, I would like to be able to separate them. I've often wondered how professional YouTubers do it, because a lot of work gets put into making videos. I want to have fun making videos. It shouldn't feel like a school project. It shouldn't feel like homework. Making videos is still just a hobby. I don't do it for a living. Honestly, I'm not sure if it'll become more than just a hobby. Maybe it will, maybe it won't, who knows. Maybe once I start doing more content, whether it's vlogs or hauls or unboxings, maybe my channel will be bigger than what it currently is. But really, at the end of the day, it shouldn't be about how many subscribers I have or how many views my videos get or how well known I am. I don't go out into the world and expect people to know who I am straight away. There are a lot of YouTubers who are at that stage, and I am very, very far from that stage. When I uploaded my last video, which was my unboxing for the Disney Tsum Tsum Switch console, my views blew up. That video has 11,000 views, which is more than anything I usually receive. I wasn't expecting that at all, and I was so happy, but I did ask myself, how am I going to top this? My next video probably won't be as popular, but I tell myself it's not a competition. What's important right now is that I have fun with what I'm doing, regardless of whether I do this casually or professionally. It should be fun. On a more positive note though, I can confirm that in the days, weeks, maybe months to come, there will definitely be some new content coming soon. And I wanted to talk further about what to expect with this new content because some of it is a bit complicated. If anyone follows me on Instagram, I went to see Disney on Ice with my best friend at the beginning of the school holidays, so I promise to make a haul for that because I got so much merchandise, it's ridiculous. And also the Eka is back on after a 2-year break, which is fantastic, so you will definitely see an Eka show bag haul for 2022 guaranteed. You might even see a vlog, who knows. We will see. We will cross that bridge when we come to it. Secondly, if any of you have been watching my channel from the beginning, and I mean the very beginning, when I created my channel, my first few videos were all about Animal Crossing. I absolutely love Animal Crossing. It's probably one of my favorite video games to play. And I don't really play a lot of video games. But when I did my 20th birthday haul a few years ago, I got a lot of Animal Crossing related stuff. And as part of that, I got a booster box of Animal Crossing amiibo cards. Unfortunately though, I started playing the 3DS games rather late because they were released quite a few years ago now. New Leaf was released in late 2012 and Happy Home Designer was released in mid 2015. So I was rather behind, which does make me rather sad because I've seen some of the DLC for Happy Home Designer and it looked pretty cool. So I'm a little sad I missed out on those. Anyway, the amiibo cards themselves were released a few months after the release of Happy Home Designer. And so a few years after the releases, when I had learnt about them and whatnot, I decided that I wanted to have my own 3DS and purchase the games and amiibo cards. Unfortunately, the Series 1 cards and booster boxes had been discontinued by the time I started collecting. So in my birthday haul, I ended up getting the Series 2 booster box. And then a little while after that, I bought Series 3 and Series 4. Now, I did say that this is a bit of a complicated story, and I think I'd say that around about now, this is the part where it gets the most complicated. In case you were wondering, did I film unboxings for Series 2, 3, and 4? The answer is yes, I did. Why haven't I uploaded them, you might ask? The main answer to that is it just really did my head in that I was starting with Series 2 and not with Series 1, as silly as it sounds, but I'm sure most of you can understand that it's the only logical thing to do to start with 1. And believe me when I say that I had been searching high and low for a Series 1 booster box. At one point, I found one on eBay that cost $600, which was just ridiculous for what it was. But I just wasn't having any luck at all. So that's where I kind of thought, there's probably no chance I'll ever upload these now. I went to all this trouble for nothing. However, Animal Crossing New Horizons came out in March of 2020, and since then, it was a huge success. I've been playing it every day since it first came out, and it's been keeping me busy during the pandemic crisis and isolation and whatever. So if anything positive came out of 2020, it was definitely Animal Crossing. It was one of the very few positives to come out of 2020. And the best part is, because it was so successful, Nintendo decided to re-release the Happy Home Designer amiibo cards, all 4 series, including the booster boxes. And I was lucky, I found a store in Sydney that were selling the booster boxes, because I didn't see them at EB Games. I think they bought booster boxes to sell individual packs, but they weren't selling the booster boxes. So I got on board and I pre-ordered a Series 1 box before they were officially re-released. If I remember correctly, it actually arrived in November of 2020. And yes, I promise, despite the year difference and month difference from when I received them till now, yes, there will be an unboxing for Series 1, and logically I'll be following that up with Series 2, 3, and 4, as well as the new Series 5, which came out in November of 2021. And I got a booster box off for my birthday in January. And honestly, I am still kicking myself to this day that I hadn't done this update video sooner, because I actually would have loved to have done a birthday haul for you guys. So I'm really sorry about that. So even if I am a little bit late to the party, I promise there will be an unboxing for all 5 series. Make it technically 6 or 7 if you include the Welcome Amiibo and the Sanrio series. I will just point out, however, since the unboxings for Series 2, 3, and 4 are a few years old, there will be some modifications made to the videos themselves to make them look and sound like they were made recently. One of those things will be voiceover, because a fair bit has happened since filming for those unboxings were made. For instance, some of the characters on the cards had been added to Pocket Camp, and also I realized how repetitive I sound when showing my cards on camera. So I was like, yeah, I could have done this better at the time. I guess I was a little bit excited. I was rather close to the camera, so it was almost sounding a little bit like this. I'm not sure if you guys can hear a difference, but I'm sure you guys can understand that when you talk right on your mouth, there is a bit of a muffle there. So I've taken a little bit of feedback on board from my viewers, and also from myself when I rewatch it, because I was like, oh yeah, that is a little bit irritating. I had the same thing with my unboxing for my Switch video, so I'm definitely taking that on board. Yeah, that's really all you need to know in regards to future content. Another thing is, I'm going to try to just not stick to unboxings and hauls. I'm going to try to incorporate some vlogs in there as well, and maybe even some other videos, because this year is, if you guys don't know, this year is the 40th anniversary of Care Bears, and I am a huge lover and collector of Care Bears. I have been collecting them from a very young age. There's lots of other anniversaries to celebrate as well. 80 years of Bambi, 20 years of Lilo and Stitch. So I'll probably do a few videos here of how much I love Care Bears, how much I love Disney, how much I love Animal Crossing. I'll be showing off some collections here and there of certain things, so that way I have a little bit more variety on my channel. But I think I've summed up everything I needed to talk about for this video. Thank you to everyone for being so patient. I promise you have not seen the last of me, and I can't wait to get back into the things, and I shall see you all very soon with a Disney on Ice haul. Bye!